Ever wondered how to dominate the battlefield with Teemo, the poison assassin? This pint-sized powerhouse from the League of Legends universe is a force to be reckoned with. As a swift and stealthy scout, Teemo is always a step ahead of his enemies, gathering critical information and planning the perfect attack. His unique abilities, including toxic shots and blinding darts, make him a lethal adversary. Teemo's poison darts are not to be underestimated. They can take down even the toughest opponents, leaving them wondering what hit them. And let's not forget his trademark camouflage ability, guerrilla warfare, which allows him to blend into his surroundings, unseen by his enemies. Whether you're battling as part of a team or going solo, Teemo proves to be an invaluable asset on the battlefield. Now that you have an overview of who Teemo is, let's dive deeper into his abilities and how you can use them to your advantage. First up is Teemo's passive ability, Toxic Shot. This is an incredibly potent weapon in his arsenal. Just picture this. Each time Teemo attacks an enemy, this ability kicks in, injecting a lethal poison into his foes. The toxic venom doesn't just deal immediate damage, it continues to eat away at the enemy's health for a few seconds after the initial hit. The beauty of Toxic Shot is that it's a passive ability. This means it's always active, and Teemo doesn't need to do anything to trigger it. It's a constant threat to opponents, whether they're aware of it or not. But how do you use this ability strategically in combat? Well, it's all about hit-and-run tactics. Attack an enemy, then retreat while the poison does its work. This way, Teemo remains safe while his enemies slowly succumb to the poison. With Toxic Shot, Teemo can slowly whittle down his opponent's health, making them easy targets for his other abilities. Next, we have Teemo's Blinding Dart and Move Quick abilities. Let's dive in, shall we? Blinding Dart is a targeted ability that allows Teemo to shoot a venom-coated dart at his enemies. This not only deals a substantial amount of magic damage, but also blinds the enemy, causing their basic attacks to miss for a few seconds. The duration of the blindness effect increases as you level up this ability. Now imagine the advantage this gives you in a one-on-one combat scenario. Your enemy is not only losing health, but they're also missing their attacks, giving you the upper hand. It's the perfect way to turn the tide in your favor when things are looking grim. Now let's shift gears to Move Quick, Teemo's speed boosting ability. This buff affects Teemo himself, and it's all about mobility. When activated, Teemo gains a significant increase in movement speed for a few seconds. If Teemo isn't hit by an enemy champion or turret for 5 seconds, this ability's passive effect grants him a minor speed boost until he is hit. This makes Teemo a hard target to pin down and allows him to escape from sticky situations or chase down fleeing enemies. So how can you use these abilities effectively? The key is timing and positioning. Use Blinding Dart when you're going head-to-head with an enemy, especially those who rely heavily on their basic attacks. It's your secret weapon that can turn a seemingly lost fight into a victory. As for Move Quick, use it to navigate the battlefield swiftly, either to escape when you're low on health, or to pursue an enemy for that final blow. Remember, Teemo is all about hit and run. Strike when they least expect it, and retreat before they can retaliate. Combine these abilities to maximize Teemo's potential. Dart in, blind your enemy, hit them with a few basic attacks, and when they start to fight back, move quick out of harm's way. Using Blinding Dart and Move Quick strategically can make Teemo a slippery target, while also leaving his enemies vulnerable. Finally, we have Teemo's Guerrilla Warfare and Noxious Trap abilities. These two are the quintessential components of Teemo's stealth and sabotage prowess. Let's delve into how they work, shall we? Guerrilla Warfare is a no-target ability that affects Teemo himself. It's like Teemo's cloak of invisibility, allowing him to blend into his surroundings after a brief period of inactivity. This gives him a tactical advantage by allowing him to launch surprise attacks or escape when things get heated. But it's not just about being invisible. When Teemo breaks his camouflage by attacking, he gains an attack speed bonus, making his first few attacks after decloaking significantly faster. Now, let's move on to the Noxious Trap. This is an entrapment ability that affects enemies. Teemo places a toxic trap that detonates when an enemy steps on it, dealing damage over time and slowing them down. It's like leaving a ticking time bomb for your opponents. These traps can be used strategically to control areas of the map, catch enemies off guard, or even turn the tide of a battle when placed correctly. Using Guerrilla Warfare and Noxious Trap in tandem can create a deadly combination. Imagine being able to disappear, lay traps, and then reappear with a boosted attack speed. It's like being a ghost who leaves deadly presence. With Guerrilla Warfare and Noxious Trap, Teemo can control the battlefield, creating chaos and confusion among his enemies. Teemo's abilities are diverse and powerful, but they require strategic usage. Remember, Toxic Shot inflicts poison damage over time, while Blinding Dart blinds the enemy, making their attacks miss. Use Move Quick for swift navigation, and Guerrilla Warfare for stealth. Finally, Noxious Trap, Teemo's ultimate move, entraps and poisons enemies. Each ability has its own merit, and their tactical use can turn the tide of a battle. Master these abilities and you'll dominate the battlefield with Teemo, the Poison Assassin.